Hey guys, so I'm here to do another horror movie review for the month of October with the Child's Play remake. First off, I want to send a special hello to a special friend of mine who always supports my videos and always gives me comments about stuff that she wants to see me review. Nicolette, hey, I just want to say hey. I know you're always usually liking my videos, and so if you're watching this, I just wanted to say hey. And thank you for always supporting my videos and keep it 100. The only she would know what I mean by that. But anyways, Child's Play remake. This was a movie I was looking forward to a lot when it was coming out. I didn't get to see it when it came out because it was this weird period of time where I was not going to see as many movies as I did over the last few years because I was kind of broke, and it was right before I got access to the Regal Unlimited, which literally Child's Play remake literally left the theaters a couple days right before I got my Regal Unlimited, so I didn't get to go see it. So I was like, God damn it! I was really wanting to see it before it left theaters, but it did leave the theaters. I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to wait until it comes on Redbox, and then I was sitting there like, well, hey, I'm gonna do some horror movies for the horror movie reviews for the month of October. Why not do a review for the Child's Play remake? I was like, hey, all right, sweet. That'll give me a good reason to finally watch this movie. I like everybody was like when I first heard about this thing, I was just like, really? You're gonna make a Child's Play remake? Child's Play? Really? Is there like no other ideas you can think of? I guess. All right, whatever. But then, like, when the promos and the trailers for this movie started coming out, I was getting more sold on it. I was like, okay, so you're doing the story of Child's Play, but giving it a modern take. All right, I'm on board for that. I'm like, so he's like connected to your Wi-Fi. He's not possessed by the soul of a serial killer. Okay, I'm on board for this. I'm like, why not? Like, if you're gonna do a remake, like, try to do something different. I'm fine with that. And then, of course, the icing on the cake was when they announced that Mark Hamill was gonna be the voice of Chucky. And I was like, so, I think everybody universally across the board was all on board for that. I don't think anybody complained about that one fucking bit. Mark Hamill is a great voice actor. As he's proven over the years with playing the Joker just alone. So I was like, I'm on board for this. And yeah, you know what? I actually really like this Child's Play remake. I definitely did. I thought it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching this. Between this and Brightburn, I hope the rest of the movies I see this month are just as good. That's all I'm hoping. These were a lot. Both these movies were a lot of fun, and I had a blast watching them. Child's Play, like this, like I said, this movie isn't just your copy and paste remake of the original. It is completely different. It is the same story per se, but that's about it. Like, they make enough changes to the characters and to the dolls and everything else that goes. It's not the exact same fucking movie. The number one thing that I thought was the best part of this movie was Mark Hamill as the voice of Chucky. Mark Hamill. Okay, I'm gonna get some shit for saying this. Before I say what I'm about to say, that's gonna get me a lot of shit. I just want to reiterate, I'm a big fan of the original, Chucky movies. I love Chucky movies. I love Brad Dourif as Chucky. You cannot replace. It's hard to ever replace Brad Dourif as Chucky. It's his most iconic role. Whenever you think of Brad Dourif, you're gonna always think of his voice work as Chucky. At the end of the day, yeah, of course he did other roles like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the role that he is most famous for, and will always be famous for, is as the role of Chucky. Well, I say that, and I love Brad Dourif, and he fucking carried those movies regardless of the quality of the movies. I thought to be honest, this is me being honest, that Mark Hamill was way creepier than Brad Dourif ever has been as the voice of Chucky. I know, fucking don't kill me, don't send me hate mail, for the love of God. I'm just saying, he is a lot creepier. Like, his childlike innocence in his voice that he puts into this character is so fucking creepy and unnerving. And, like, there's this line deliveries that Mark Hamill does in this movie. There's just fucking bone chilling. Like, him singing that Buddy song that, like, will give me nightmares for weeks. Like, the end credits to this movie are him just singing that song. And that's just gonna be burned in my memory for the rest of my life. That was so fucking creepy. He does he's not just doing, like, a Joker voice, even though towards the end he does sound a little bit like the Joker. He doesn't just full-blown, like, try to copy Joker. He's not trying to copy Brad Dourif. He's trying to make it his own fucking thing, and I give him so much credit. And he is so creepy. I'm not making that up. And, like, the doll is creepy too. Like, there are parts where the doll's like, ah. I was like, isn't it? Like, Jesus Christ, movie. I think that's why I never found Chucky in the first place scary, was that maybe he was just not creepy enough for me. Like, it was reminding me of, like, I grew up on Teddy Ruxpin, and, like, his voice was reminding me of, like, something that would come out of fucking Teddy Ruxpin. That, come dream of me tonight. Fucking Jesus, man! I have fucking flashbacks, like Vietnam flashbacks, watching this fucking movie. Like, like, I remember Teddy Ruxpin. That shit scared the shit out of me when I was little. I was like, I don't know how I slept when I was little at all. But yeah, like, I thought Mark Hamill knocked this out of the fucking park. He stole this fucking movie. Like, god damn it. Like, gotta give him credit, like, where it's due, man. Everybody else was fine. The cast was fine in this movie. I thought the kid who played Andy was fine. I liked the kid who played Andy in the original a lot better. He was just a fucking adorable kid. Like everybody has mentioned, he was adorable of a kid. He has, like, there's, like, plots with his character that I thought was really weird. The one plot with this character that's really weird where he is deaf in one ear, but really goes nowhere with that, other than, like, he can hear Chucky through his, like, hearing aid. Like, Chucky control his hearing aid at some points in the movie. Like, but that's about it. Like, what was the point of making him deaf? I don't know. They didn't really need to do that. Like, it really didn't, go into... They didn't really go anywhere with that. Like, I was like, that was really weird. I almost forgot numerous times he was deaf until, like, they mentioned it, like, towards the end. I'm like, oh yeah, he is deaf, and like, he has a hearing aid. That's right. It's nice to see Aubrey Plaza in, like, something, like, serious. I thought she was really good at it as the mom. It's really weird seeing her play a mom. And, like, Aubrey Plaza as a mom. They make a joke about it, like, where she's like, I had a really wild Sweet 16 party. That's, like, that one character's like, you have a kid, really? And, like, pretty much my exact reaction is, she's like, yeah, I just had a really crazy Sweet 16 party. I thought that was pretty funny. There's that guy who plays the black cop. What the hell is his name? He's the guy who was in, what's the guy who was in Us, the dad in Us? Am I right? Am I right? Somebody in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but I'm sure somebody... He's an actor. I keep seeing a lot of shit. I liked him a lot in this movie. He was fun. Every time I see him in a movie, he's really fucking good. I forget what his name is. Goddamn, Brian Tyreek Evans or something? Wasn't it? Or something like that? I can't remember. Somebody in comments and fucking... tell me in the comments. I don't have my phone with me. That's why I'm not looking it up right now. The kills in this movie are pretty fucking good. Between this and, like, Brightburn, they had some pretty goddamn awesome kills. Both movies had some pretty awesome kills. I think this one had more bloody kills in this movie. And one of the things that really fucking made me love this movie more than I thought I would was the fact that this movie uses a lot of practical effects. A lot of practical effects. Not just in the gore, but also in the Chucky character. Like, from what I've seen, they use a lot of animatronics. And you can tell. I'm sure there's a lot of CGI here and there, but it's mixed in there well enough that I really didn't notice it too bad much. In a couple scenes, yeah. Like, there's parts where Chucky's flying at the screen. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking CGI. But it's really well made. Like I said, I love the fact that it uses any horror movie that uses practical effects, especially with the gore, not CGI, is a fucking win for me. Instantly, it makes me one of my favorite horror movies of the year, of the last decade. I like the recent Evil Dead remake. I remember even really fucking loving, just for the fact that how much practical effects it uses. I like. Fuck CGI. In my opinion, CGI just needs to die. And I love practical effects. I love puppetry. I love everything. Like I said, this movie used both really fucking well. And like I said, the gore in this movie is real. There's some pretty awesome kills in this movie. Like what happens to the boyfriend, and that the two that are most memorable are what happens to the boyfriend. I'm not gonna spoil, of Aubrey Plaza. Is this dick who's a dick to Andy this whole movie. The whole, and what was the other one? Oh, the creepy janitor, who I swear to God, I'm not the only person who had to think this while watching this. When this character first popped up, I thought it was Jack Black. I swear to God, that guy looks exactly like Jack Black. If it would have been Jack Black, I'd be like, holy shit, that was kind of different for Jack Black to play that kind of role. But it isn't Jack Black. He plays this really creepy pervert of a janitor that has cameras around the bathrooms of the tenants and shit like that. This apartment building. He's like I said, and he has one of the better deaths in this movie. I also really liked about this movie. One thing I really liked about this movie is this movie kind of reminded me it starts out like a kid's movie where it's just this really sweet story about this friendship between a boy and his doll, and his kid who really has no friends, and he starts to come out when he out of his shell when he gets this doll. But it ends up being this doll is a fucking murder, going on a murderous rampage. It turns into a straight horror movie afterwards. It starts out almost like a Disney movie, a kids movie, but then it just fucking goes into straight horror movie. Towards the end, even though okay, yeah, the beginning of this movie is okay. If you don't know why, if you want to know why, spoiler alert, why Chucky is evil in this one, it's because I like this, a Vietnamese, this, all these Chucky dolls or Buddy dolls are being made in a sweatshop in Vietnam, and this Vietnam worker who's being fired decides right before he gets fired, right before he leaves, he's gonna fucking fuck up this doll and pretty much eliminate all the safety protocols in the stall, and pretty much, one of them is a violence inhibitor, which, why is that even a fucking setting? I don't know why, but whatever. In this fucking doll. But anyways, he pretty much eliminates all the safety settings and sends this doll off, and then commits suicide right after he does it. It's I was that was pretty fun. At least you try to explain. I was interested in why this Chucky doll was going insane. At least the other one, you knew it was a soul of a serial killer. This one, it's just a disgruntled Vietnam sweatshop worker. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was like, that's the explanation. That's pretty funny. Not saying Vietnamese sweatshops are funny, but whatever. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. Fuck. So yeah, if there's anything like negatives I could say about this movie, the side characters are not really anything special. Like especially the Andy's friends in this movie. He has like a group of friends that are just could have been cut out of this movie, and it would have been the same fucking movie. They really served no purpose. Like Andy could have probably done this all by himself without them. Also, I felt like it was a really missed opportunity at the end of the movie. There's this big setup it does at the end of this movie where Chucky is about to be unleashed on this like toy store during the release of this new version of the Buddy doll, and he like because he is like connected, like through all these dolls are connected to each other for like their Wi-Fi system or for the cloud or something like that, and so he can control every one of them. So like there's this murder, he starts this murderous rampage with like these buddy bears and shit like that. I was like, you could have really went different directions with that, and I was like, but it just kind of just like I wanted to see more of that, but it didn't really go anywhere with it. It was very quick and sudden, but I was like, man, that could have been a lot more fun if it they could done a lot more with that. But whatever. I still like this movie a lot. I love it. I had fun watching this movie. I recommend it. Go fucking watch this. I really enjoyed it. What the hell I got next to review? I'm going to try to review part 1 of the Creep Show TV show, like the first 3 episodes. I'm going to try to post a review here in the next few days of that. And what's this week? Addams Family, Jexy, and Gemini Man, which all I've heard are not very good, so yay. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later.